History of Leonardo da Vinci. Imagine living in a world without airplanes, computers, or electricity. Now imagine one man sketching helicopters, robots, armored vehicles, and even diving equipment over 500 years before they became reality. This wasn't science fiction. This was Leonardo da Vinci. Known as the painter of the Mona Lisa, Leonardo was much more than an artist. He was an inventor, scientist, engineer, anatomist, architect, musician, and one of the greatest thinkers in human history. But how did one man become centuries ahead of his time? This is the incredible story of Leonardo da Vinci. Chapter 1. A Child Born. Out of wedlock. Leonardo was born on April 15, 1452, in the small village of Vinci near Florence, Italy. He was the illegitimate son of a wealthy notary named Ser Piero and a peasant woman named Caterina. Because he was born outside of marriage, Leonardo couldn't follow his father's profession as a lawyer. Ironically, this turned out to be one of the greatest advantages of his life. Instead of spending years studying legal documents, young Leonardo wandered through forests, rivers, and mountains. He became fascinated by birds, insects, flowing water, plants, and the movement of clouds. Nature became his first classroom. Even as a child, people noticed his extraordinary curiosity. He wasn't satisfied with simply seeing the world. He wanted to understand how everything worked. Chapter 2. Becoming an artist. At the age of 14, Leonardo became an apprentice in Florence under Andrea del Verrocchio, one of the city's greatest artists. His workshop was much more than an art studio. Students learned painting, sculpture, engineering, architecture, and metalworking. It was the perfect environment for Leonardo. Legend says that while working on a painting called The Baptism of Christ, Leonardo painted one of the angels. The angel was so beautifully painted that Verrocchio supposedly refused to paint again, believing his student had surpassed him. Whether the story is true or not, Leonardo's talent was impossible to ignore. His paintings looked different. Instead of stiff figures, he created people with real emotions. He carefully studied light, shadows, muscles, and facial expressions. His art looked alive. Chapter 3. The Endless Student. Unlike many artists of his time, Leonardo never stopped learning. He filled notebook after notebook with ideas. He wrote about astronomy, mathematics, engineering, biology, geology, physics, music, architecture, almost every subject imaginable. By the end of his life, he had filled thousands of pages with sketches and observations. Curiously, he often wrote backwards, from right to left, in mirror writing. Some believe he did this to keep his ideas secret. Others think it was simply easier because he was left-handed. Whatever the reason, his notebooks became one of history's greatest collections of ideas. Chapter 4. The Scientist. Leonardo believed something revolutionary. He believed that knowledge should come from observation, not just ancient books. Instead of accepting old ideas, he tested them himself. He studied how water flowed through rivers. He examined bird wings to understand flight. He investigated how the human eye perceived light. He even predicted principles that scientists wouldn't fully explain for centuries. His favorite phrase was simple: experience never errs. For Leonardo, nature was the ultimate teacher. Chapter 5. Exploring the Human Body. Perhaps Leonardo's most extraordinary work happened in secret. During the Renaissance, dissecting human bodies was controversial, yet Leonardo performed dozens of dissections. Working late at night, he carefully examined muscles, bones, nerves, organs, and blood vessels. His anatomical drawings remain astonishingly accurate even today. He was among the first to correctly describe the spine. He drew the human heart in remarkable detail. He explained how muscles controlled movement. His illustrations were so advanced that medical textbooks continued using similar diagrams hundreds of years later. Unfortunately, most of this work remained unpublished during his lifetime. Had it been released earlier, medicine might have advanced decades or even centuries faster. Chapter 6. The Inventor. Today, Leonardo is famous not only for his paintings, but also for his incredible inventions. His notebooks contain designs for flying machines inspired by birds, a giant crossbow, an armored vehicle that resembles a modern tank, a mechanical knight capable of movement, parachutes, scuba equipment, bridges, hydraulic systems, even machines powered by gears that resemble early robots. Most of these inventions were never built. The technology of the 1400s simply wasn't advanced enough. But many engineers later realized that Leonardo's concepts were surprisingly practical. He imagined the future long before humanity had the tools to create it. Chapter 7. The Last Supper. In the late 1490s, Leonardo received one of his greatest commissions. He was asked to paint the Last Supper inside a monastery in Milan. Instead of showing a calm dinner, Leonardo captured the exact moment Jesus tells his disciples that one of them will betray him. The room erupts with emotion, shock, fear, confusion, disbelief. Every apostle reacts differently. It was unlike anything people had seen before. Unfortunately, Leonardo experimented with an unusual painting technique. Within just a few decades, the masterpiece began deteriorating. Despite centuries of damage and restoration, the Last Supper remains one of the world's most famous artworks. Chapter 8. The Mona Lisa. Around 1503, Leonardo began what would become the most famous painting ever created, the Mona Lisa. Surprisingly, he never considered it finished. He carried the painting with him for years, constantly making tiny adjustments. The woman's mysterious smile continues to fascinate millions of people. Does she look happy, sad, amused? The answer seems to change every time you look at her. Leonardo achieved this effect using an advanced painting technique called sfumato. Instead of harsh lines, he blended colors into soft transitions, making faces appear more lifelike. Even modern scientists continue studying how he created such realistic effects. Chapter 9. The Final Years. In 1516, Leonardo accepted an invitation from King Francis I of France. The king admired him deeply. Rather than serving only as an artist, Leonardo became an advisor, engineer, architect, and trusted companion. Although age and illness made painting more difficult, he continued designing inventions and studying nature. He spent much of his final years organizing his notebooks and reflecting on a lifetime of discovery. On May 2, 1519, Leonardo da Vinci died at the age of 67. He left behind only around 20 completed paintings. But he also left thousands of pages filled with ideas that would inspire generations to come. Chapter 10. A Legacy That Changed the World. Leonardo's greatest achievement wasn't a single painting. It wasn't a single invention. It was his way of thinking. He refused to limit himself to one subject. For Leonardo, art and science were inseparable. Drawing taught him anatomy. Anatomy improved his art. Engineering helped him understand mechanics. Nature inspired everything. Today, his notebooks are studied by artists, engineers, doctors, architects, and scientists alike. Many consider him the ultimate example of the Renaissance man, someone whose curiosity knew no boundaries. More than 500 years after his death, Leonardo continues to inspire millions. His paintings hang in museums, his inventions influence modern engineering, his notebooks reveal a mind that was centuries ahead of its time. Perhaps Leonardo's greatest lesson is this: never stop asking questions. Because every great discovery begins with curiosity. If you enjoyed learning about Leonardo da Vinci's incredible life, don't forget to subscribe for more animated history videos. Who should we cover next? Alexander the Great, Nikola Tesla, or Julius Caesar? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.